And welcome everybody to Age of Empires Definitive Edition. This purpose of this video is basically going to be a before you buy to see everything that is in here. Alright, start off here at the main menu. Single player, multiplayer, LAN, editors, options, credits, exit, Xbox Live profile if you're into that sort of thing. Single player, you have custom games, campaign, and save games. Custom game, this is the screen here. Your extra settings, reset everything to default, different civilizations, teams, 1 through 4 or random. You have 8 players. These are your colors: blue, red, yellow, orange, brown, orange, green, purple, and cyan. Players, it's 2 to 8. You have random map, deathmatch, or scenarios. These are your maps currently in the game. Map size: tiny, small, medium, large, huge, gigantic. Reveal map, same as all the Age of Empires. Normal, explored, all visible. Population goes up by 25 from 25 to 250. Resources: default, low, medium, high. Starting age: default, nomad, stone, tool, bronze, iron, post iron, same as the original. Victory type: standard, conquest, time limit, or score. Difficulty: easy, standard, moderate, hard, hardest. Speed: normal, fast, very fast. I did notice that normal is much slower than even the original game was. So I changed mine to fast. That seems like it's actually a little faster than the original, but there is not really an in-between for that one. And then game mode: definitive edition, or there's also classic mode. The difference is if you play classic mode, it gives you the exact game from the original Age of Empires 1. Like the gold edition, the old 1997 Age of Empires. You do definitive edition, that is the modern 4K, all the HD textures, the whole 9 yards. Classic mode, you still can play in 4K, but none of the textures or anything like that are HD. That's all the old textures, the old sounds, all of the old stuff from the game. In case you didn't like the definitive edition, you'd still play the classic in 4K and on Windows 10, that is. Tech trees, choose your different, again there's all your different factions. You can choose your faction, look through the tech tree. It's going to change as it goes, and it's about the same as all the other Age of Empires tech trees. That about does it for the single player. Go back out. You have your campaigns. These are your campaigns. You have the tutorial campaign, Ascent of Egypt. You have Greece, Babylon, Empire of the Rising Sun, the Hittites, Rome, Ave Caesar, Imperium, Rome, Enemies of Rome. A lot of stuff for Rome, because that was, the main focus in that era. Glory of Greece goes through your major Greek heroes: Achilles, all the way to Alexander the Great. Babylon goes through some of the greatest kings from Babylon. I was a little disappointed that they didn't add in like the Persian campaigns, but those were more of an Age of Empires 2 thing anyway. But there was a lot of conflict between Greece and Persia back in this era, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. But there is also custom campaigns, so that's something that you can even make or download at some point. Get custom campaigns, takes you to the web browser where you can download them from the site. I'm hoping there's going to be Steam Workshop support, but I do not know. Going back to then, your save games, you load any of your save games, same as any other Age of Empires. Multiplayer, this one does come with a lobby browser, just like the HD edition of Age of Empires 2, which is very nice. You have your regions, map sizes, starting age, you can do all of that. You can see all the people online, which right now is not a whole lot. Most of them are already in-game or are closed games. You can also do quick matches. You can create your game here and also go to the leaderboard for that competitive rank and see where you stand. Also LAN, you can join or create a LAN. I'm gonna do LAN party, even though LAN parties aren't a big deal anymore. I know a lot of people that still do them. They did add that feature in there. Editors, you create scenario just like the Age of Empires, the original and Age of Empires 2 scenario editor, scene editor, whatever you would like to call it. It pretty much looks exactly the same. Like they really didn't change a whole lot. Edit scenario, go through and edit any of the ones that have already been put into the game. And then also campaign editor where you can take all of your scenarios and build a campaign out of it. Back to menu. Options, you have your settings. Here's pretty much all of the settings for the game. Your languages. And so on. All the hotkeys, they did add that in here this time, so you can go through and see what the hotkeys are for each individual building, unit, etc. Then you can also open the game folders directly from the main menu. If you want to add mods or whatever, you can do that. Credits. You can sit here and watch all the credits if you would so like. Click on it to get back to the main menu. And that is it. That is everything that is in the game. So what I'm going to do now is just jump in, random, start, just so you can see some of these textures. They did add the zoom function like in Age of Empires 3, which is very nice. Textures. There's your granary. Your storage pit, your barracks, your huts. Everything looks pretty much, and your docks. Everything looks pretty much the same. Town center. Everything looks pretty much the same, just more detail now. Trees have much more detail. Rocks, plants, I mean, all that stuff just looks a lot more realistic than it used to. Alright, up here then, you've got, shows all your resources, your idle villagers, which you can click on that and it'll cycle between them. Very nice. Then there's these little numbers. Each one says 0 underneath all your resources. I click on him on wood, that number goes to 1. That shows the number of villagers you have working on that resource. Also very nice. You can click on your age right here and it brings you back to your town center or to a town center if you have multiple. Still has your technology tree, your diplomacy, your chat, which also you can do by pushing enter. And then your objectives if you are in a campaign or a scenario. And then your menu with all the same stuff from the previous games, really. Nothing really has changed with that. Alright, so I'm going to quit out of that. That shows you that textures. And just for a real quick comparison, single player custom game classic mode starts. So if you notice, everything looks a lot more zoomed out than the game used to. That's just because it's a lot bigger resolution now. But the textures are all still the same. You go in, change your resolution. You can see everything looks exactly the same. Your stone, your trees. It's literally the same old Age of Empires 1 that we know and love. But they have added the original textures and sounds back into it. Well, anyway, that is Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition. Hope you guys find this video helpful. This nice little before you buy. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment. If you feel like it, you can like and subscribe, or you can dislike it if you don't like the video. And I believe that is everything I have. And one last thought before we go is this game good enough to buy? And that would be a definite yes. If you like strategy games, if you like the original Age of Empires, if you liked Age of Empires 2 or 3, but wanted that ancient aspect, the remastered version of the original Age of Empires, which would be this version, Definitive Edition, is definitely for you. I definitely have enjoyed this game so far. I've already put almost 5 hours into the game. I've only had it a day. So, just give you kind of what I think about it. I think it's a very good game. And I hope all this helps you. And again, any questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them best I can or point you in the right direction to where we can find an answer. And y'all have a good one.